morning and welcome. It is Wednesday morning. I don't even know what the date is today. It's the 18th of April. It's around 8:15 in the morning. I've been up for hours. I had a strange dream last night. Every once in a while I'll have a dream that's so vivid that I'll wake up and think that I'm still in the dream, and sometimes I'll go back to sleep and like continue the dream and then wake up and be even more confused. But I dreamt that I had abandoned a friend somewhere and it was awful, and I woke up at like 5 o'clock this morning. I was so upset that I started texting him to make sure that he was okay, and to my surprise he started texting me back, so he must have been awake too, and everything was fine with him, so we had a bit of a chuckle about that. But it was just so strange, and I still, even it's been a couple hours later, and I still just can't shake the feeling that I've done this horrible wrong to my friend. That I haven't, and he's perfectly fine, and you know, his husband is fine, and his pets are fine, and everyone's fine, but I still can't shake that feeling. So hopefully I'll be okay in a couple of hours. Today is cleaning day for me here. I really would like to go through and clean everything, and every couple of weeks I like to dust everything, and I like to clean and vacuum, you know, the dust off of my desk and keyboard, and I like to clean the Cricut and just dust, and just a really good cleaning. So I wanted to do that today because, as you know, we're going away next weekend. So I wanted to take care of all that stuff today. And also 1 week from today, which is the 25th, I would like to have all of my projects done that I'm working on. So I have this whole stack of baskets. Each one represents a project or two inside of it that is a work in progress. I would like to take the week to get all of this done, and there is a project that I haven't even started yet that I would like to get done, which is to make a pocket letter for an exchange. So including the pocket letter, which hasn't been started yet, and all of these projects I'm giving myself 1 week to do. So I will keep you up to date on the progress with how that goes. So by Wednesday night next week, I would like to be all done with that so that I have Thursday to do laundry and to clean the house, and we are leaving very early in the morning on Friday, and we will return very late in the evening on Saturday. We're going away for an overnight. It's not too far away, but the overnight lends a little air of special occasion to it for our family. We don't often get to go anywhere. It's been a couple of years since we've been anywhere as a family, and even Leah and I went away 2 years ago to this same scrapbook convention that we'll be attending this weekend. But my husband wasn't with us, and he's going to be with us this time. So we're treating it like a mini family vacation, you know, a 36-hour mini family vacation. So we're pretty excited about that, because we do have the rabbit and the fish. The cats are fine. We do need to have somebody come in and feed them. So my landlord's going to stop by, and she's going to be pet sitting. She'll stop by Friday night and Saturday morning to feed the rabbit and make sure that she hasn't tipped her water bowl over. Daisy has temper tantrums when she's in her cage, so she's not going to be pleased that we're gone, because it means that she has to be caged. She is a bit on the naughty side. She's a free roaming bunny. But she is a bit on the naughty side sometimes, so she can't just stay out if there's no one here. So she's going to have to stay in her cage. She doesn't like being in her cage. She will have temper tantrums. She will flip bowls and tear up things and so on and so forth. My landlord has rabbit sat her before, so she knows what to expect, just to make sure that Daisy has water, and of course to give her vegetables, and make sure that her hay levels are okay. And of course we also have the fish now. So the fish will need to be fed on Saturday morning while we're not here, and the cats would be fine. They do get wet food twice a day, but they'll live. I mean, you know, cats will live as long as they have fresh water and food, but while she's here, she'll give the cats their food too. Sorry, I could have just said that my landlord's pet sitting, and that probably would have been enough of an explanation, but you know, guys know how I like to ramble. I assure you, I'm no different in real life. I just blah 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 blah. My brain just goes everywhere, and I'm a wicked oversharer. And I don't mean to be. Anyway, so because my landlord's going to be in here, I like to make sure, I keep a pretty tidy house anyway, but I like to make sure that the house is extra tidy. So Thursday will give me the whole day to clean the house and to get caught up on laundry and to pack. We are staying in a very nice hotel. It's a large hotel that has a pool, so I'm going to have to find all of our bathing suits, which are in our summer clothes, which are still buried in closets somewhere because even though it's spring, it's still winter here. Gonna have to find those things, but basically I'll be giving myself all of Thursday to tend to the packing in the house and stuff like that, provided all of my projects are done. And when we return Saturday night, we'll crash, you know, just be so tired we'll go to bed. But when we wake up on Sunday morning, which is my husband's last day of work vacation, he's taking all of next week off of work. And also Leah, all next week as well, is on April vacation for her school. So it'll be like a big family week, and the finale will be the overnight away. When we return on Sunday, we'll have a clean house, except for we have to, you know, unpack and take care of that laundry, and I will be all caught up with all of my projects and ready for a fresh start on Monday morning, the 30th. So that is my goal. We will see how it goes. This week, tonight, my daughter has a surprise extra softball practice that we'll have to squeeze in, so it's going to be a little bit hectic this afternoon. Tomorrow is my daughter's play, and then Friday my daughter has a birthday party. This weekend we don't have too much planned, except for the usual chores and errands. We'll see. And of course, like I said, next week, Leah and Rod are both on vacation. Rod from work, Leah from school. So we'll do some family stuff. And then, of course, we're going away Friday and Saturday. So that's what we have going on for us. I've got my coffee this morning. I'm realizing as I'm cleaning and organizing some stuff this morning, I have been going through my bin of lawn fawn, which I will grab another time. You guys have seen it. I've done my tour, but of course it's grown since then. And I've gone through that, and I've pulled out some lawn fawn stamp sets I either haven't used or don't use or don't plan to use anymore. They're going to go in my next Destash, which won't be until May. So I'm not worried about it now, but I got them out of the container to make room. And, you know, in dusting and cleaning that whole place, I went through the Hero Arts last time. You guys know I had a lot of Hero Art stuff that I did in April. So I guess May is going to be a lot of lawn fawn as I'm going through that container. But I'm putting stuff away, and I'm noticing that I have just these orders of stuff that have come in that I haven't put away. So I figured that I would do a haul for you guys and show you some of the stuff that I have just kicking around that's just been kind of sitting here waiting for me to put it away. And I think I left it out because I wanted to show you guys and just hadn't actually organized it into any kind of a haul video or anything. So I figured I would do that for you now, because I do have some really cool stuff in the orders. So we can take a look at that. I have my overhead light off, my computer off. I'm still working on my glare issue, trying to find the best place to put the camera. This room that I'm in has like a cathedral ceiling, so it's not really appropriate for hanging some kind of a mount from the ceiling. So this reflection light that you're seeing right here is coming from the window that's on this side. It's actually probably a good 8 feet away, but the window is still a very large window over on this side. So it seems like no matter what I do, I'm getting a glare from somewhere. But you know what? I'm not a professional. Just here to make friends and to crafty chat with people. I'm not a pro. I wish I was, but I'm not Jennifer McGuire. So what you see is what you get, right? Okay, so let me get my planner out of the way. Ow! I just smashed my thumb on the desk. Let me get my planner out of the way and then grab some stuff. So I had mentioned in a previous video that I had some scrapbook paper that I've been using for the background when I take pictures of my cards for sale, and that the piece of paper that I had been using got ruined accidentally, and I was trying to find more of the paper, and I found some on eBay, and I couldn't find a less expensive source, so I ended up buying them from her. And here it is, and I haven't actually really even opened it up yet. I just kind of looked to make sure that everything was there. And the seller is called Esther's Crafts and Things on eBay. And this is where I found the paper. And she was selling them 2 pieces of the paper per lot. So I bought 2 lots for 4 pieces of paper. Just so that I could have, I figured while I was paying for shipping, I could have some spares on hand in case this ever happened again. Because I really do like this paper. And using the scrapbook paper versus buying a pricey vinyl backdrop for photos really worked out better for me. It's a little bit more budget friendly, if you will. And plus I just like the look of it. So here we are with, I can already see, and it wasn't near my scissors, but I can already see we've got a piece that has a little bite in it, but that's okay. But yeah, nope, this is the paper I was looking for. It looks like she's taken good care of them. And that little nick in the corner, I mean, if I was using this to scrapbook, it would matter, but that one little nick, it doesn't matter. It just gets cut out of my picture anyway, because I lay the background down and, you know, I put the card on top of it, and then when I edit, I usually end up cutting the edges off anyway, so that doesn't matter. So I'm really pleased. This is exactly what I was looking for. 4 pieces, so now I have some spares and some spares for the spares in case this ever happens again. So I will keep these safe and hidden from my daughter better this time. That other piece that I had been using, it's really, I'll show you guys again if I can grab it really quick. I keep it over here with my other scrapbook papers in the bin, but I think this is from when we were dyeing Easter eggs and kind of just, you know, carelessly flipping around, so got some dye on it, and because it was wet, it wrinkled the paper. And someone was very kind and suggested that I iron it flat, which would have been great, you know, if I owned an iron, which I don't. I'm a terrible housewife. But I mean, the stain, the ironing isn't going to take care of that stain. So my pictures, it's kind of an awkward, it's not flat, so it's been hard to take decent looking pictures on it, so that's why I wanted to replace it. However, this part of the paper is still just fine, so I might end up just cutting it down and using it in a card. That's exciting, so I'm happy to have that, and I figured while I was already paying for shipping from her, I might as well check and see what else she had in the store. And she does a lot of brads and embellishments and little things like that that I do not use a lot of. And I already have a lot of, so I didn't really invest too much, but I saw these ones and these little brads, and I thought they were cute. So I snagged those, and these were only $2.25, so she taped it to the packaging. I'm just taking off the tape. These little candy corn brads, which I thought were super cute for Halloween stuff coming up. You guys, Halloween's only like 6 months away. It's so unfair. Spring hasn't even started here. It's been snowing and raining and sleeting here for days. Our road, which was already just crappy to begin with because the snow had started to melt and the mud. We live like way in the woods. We live on a dirt road path that's off of a dirt road that's off of a dirt road. Like, we live really out in the woods. And just, if you don't have 4x4, even on a good day, you know, 4-wheel drive, it's pretty inaccessible out here. And it just, the mud, and it just been awful. And now we've got like 6 inches of slush and ice on top of the mud, and it's like, oh, it's even worse. It's just awful. Awful, awful, awful. Where is my spring? That's what I want to know. Okay, moving on. We have a scrapbook pal order that's been sitting here waiting for me to put it away. I love getting Lawn Fawn from Scrapbook Pal. Is one of my places to get Scrapbook Pal from, excuse me. And I just, I'm still trying to build my Lawn Fawn collection because I've only been into Lawn Fawn for maybe the past year or so, and there's just so much. So little by little, I try to just grab a piece here and there as I can afford to. So this time I grabbed the I Really Like You stamp and die. Really cute, just a little, and they're, you know, inexpensive from Scrapbook Pal. Stamps $3.20, dies $4.80. Just to help fill out the collection a little bit at a time. I grabbed the dies for the Winter Sparrow set because I have the stamps and I didn't have the dies yet. That's another thing, is I'm trying to make sure that I have the complete collection. I shouldn't say, okay, let me go back. I don't want everything Lawn Fawn ever. I just want to completely collect the things that I like. So I don't have a desire to collect things that I wouldn't use or that I don't care for just for the sake of having, but I do wish to have the things that I like and that I would use. So that's what I mean by everything. What I like, not literally everything. The Lawn Fawn library is so vast that I can't even imagine ever being able to, even if I had endless money, being able to do that. Anyway, so I had the stamp set. I love the stamp set. I used it many times last winter, but I never had the dies. So I grabbed the dies, and those were $4.80. Again, just filling some holes in the collection. Not Lawn Fawn, but another one of my favorite brands, Avery L. These are the dies for Extraordinary, which is their Narwhal set. I have the stamps. Love them. Had never had a chance to use them because I really wanted the dies. And when I went to go find the dies, they were really expensive for this small little die set. It was crazy. But I ended up finding them on scrapbookpal, and they were $9.60, which is a lot cheaper than I saw everywhere else. So again, this is just filling in something from another part of my collection, which I can't wait to use. Not this week, because I'll be doing this. So these will get put away. Also from scrapbookpal, I grabbed some more scrappy tape, which is not, okay, the 1/4 inch and bigger is great. The 1/8 of an inch isn't super, but I couldn't get my hands on any score tape, and I knew that scrapbookpal would get it to me quick. I've already opened them and used them, which is why I kind of just have the packages here. But scrappy tape is okay, especially the larger sizes. The 1/8 of an inch I have a little bit of a hard time using, and really the brand name score tape is just better with the small, but anything larger than that so far I found is okay. These are good prices though. They're $2.49 and $2.99. And then this last thing is the Ink Essentials rubber stamp cleaning pad from Ranger, which I'm sure is great. I did not mean to buy this. I think this was possibly a misclick or something that I thought was something else when I put it into my cart. I already have a stamp cleaning pad, which works fine, and had no desire whatsoever to replace it. It's not that much money. It was $3.19. So I will either be destashing this, or this will go into a future giveaway. So this is not, something this inexpensive is not worth trying to return or whatever. I'm sure someone else can get some use out of this, but the problem is that I don't know what I meant to do. I don't know if there was something else that I meant to put in my cart and I clicked this because I don't remember. Or if this was just a complete accident misclick, but I opened up the package and I was like, oh, they sent me a free gift. And then I looked at my receipt and I was like, no, they didn't. I didn't mean to order this. So that is my most recent order from scrapbookpal. I do have another scrapbookpal order that I'm kind of working on getting together. It probably won't be until after we get back from our trip, just because I'm saving money right now for the expo, the scrapbook convention or expo or whatever you want to call it. You guys know what I mean. We're in New Hampshire, so it's not a very large one. I was looking at the list of vendors yesterday. There's probably only about, a dozen, maybe 15 vendors. They're all the same vendors that were there when they had it 2 years ago that Leah and I visited. Queen & Company is going to be there. And I like Queen & Company. I like their shaker kits. So I'm looking forward to that. The Eyelet outlet's going to be there, and that's kind of cool. They usually have some washi tape. I still have most of the washi tape and little self-adhesive rhinestones that I got last time I was there. So I'm not sure if I mean, I'll take a look. Maybe they'll have some new products or sales or something. But it's not very big. I think the last time in 2016 was our first time going to it, and it maybe only took us 2 hours to get through the whole thing, just Leah and I, and that was really taking our time. So unfortunately, we're so not near a big fancy place where all of these companies are based out of and can get to. So we'll have fun, and I'll have fun, and it will be fun, and everything will be fine. But it is the majority of our trip is going to be focused around doing family stuff together. Our library has a museum pass exchange program, so we're borrowing museum passes. So there's an art museum there we're going to go visit, and we're going to have some fun. But the scrapbook convention is probably going to be a couple hours worth of fun. However, there is going to be a bigger one coming to, I forget where, in Massachusetts in September, I think, and it's supposed to be bigger. It's the Stamp and Scrap Expo, which is not one that I've ever been to, and I was Googling it, and there's tons of different YouTube videos, so it looks like it's going to be a really fun thing. So I'll probably make my husband take me to that in September, and that'll be like the big thing. But anyway, I just wanted to make sure that even though it's going to be small, I wanted to make sure that I'm going with spending money this weekend. So a long roundabout way to say that I'm not placing any orders this week, I don't think, anyway. The next order I have, kicking around, hasn't been here that long. I think I just got it last week. Is from Hallmark Scrapbook, which is my other favorite place to shop for. I haven't had a ton of time to go through some of this stuff, but I got another really cool baggie, Ziploc bag. These are great, and if you bought anything small from me from my D-stash, you probably recognize these because I save these and I'll reuse them to put stuff in. So Hallmark Scrapbook, I finally got the, you guys remember when I was collecting sequins months ago? This is the last batch that I didn't get, where there's the oranges. And there's some greens and yellows in here as well, but I didn't have any orange. And I wanted to make sure, obviously collecting sequins is a low priority, but I wanted to make sure that I had some orange because I will be starting to make Halloween cards pretty soon, in another month or two. So I wanted to make sure that I had some for shaker cards. So that's what, do I have a thingy in here telling me how much I paid? I do. And, they're just inexpensive. These are not the fancy sequin mixes that you get from some of the other places. I'm sure that those are lovely. I just don't use them. So, it was only $2.15 for this whole thing with sequins. So we've got some sequins. I've got the Sunny Studio die set that goes with the Breakfast Pun stamps because I ordered the stamps separately from somewhere else that had a better price, and I think I actually have those. Yes, I do. So we'll be getting to that in another order because they came separately. But the best price I could get on these was from Scrapbookpal, and they were $19.54. And they're normally $23. So $19.54 is the stamp set from Sunny Studio. I love Sunny Studio. That's another favorite of mine. I think once I get caught up with Lawn Fawn and Hero Arts, because I still kind of collect a lot of the Hero Arts, Sunny Studio and Avery Elle are other ones that are my favorites. So I'll be kind of backtracking and working on collecting those. We have from My Favorite Things, I broke down and got the Volcano Dynamics set. This is really expensive. I wasn't sure that I wanted to invest in it. It makes the interactive volcanoes where you can pull lava out of the volcano and put a message. If you guys recall, a few weeks ago I got the stamps that would work well with this, and which I was going to use either way, and maybe use on some of my Cricut cut files for volcanoes, but I really wanted the interactive ones. So I hemmed and I hawed and I pondered, and I finally just bit the bullet and did it. It was $24.99 on Hallmark Scrapbook, which is not much of a discount. But Hallmark Scrapbook does have a coupon code to save 15% on My Favorite Things, so it was $3.74 off of that. So got a little bit of a discount. Finally did it. I was feeling guilty about it, but now I'm not. So I guess I'll get over it. It's a lot of money to spend on one small die set, but well, not small, medium-sized die set. Whatever. It should be fun. It'll be fine. And the last thing that I got from Hallmark Scrapbook was just pure curiosity because I heard someone else talking about it, are the Nita Metallic cardstocks 24 package. This is not something that I have used before. This is 65 pound. They say it's cover weight, but it's not. It's more of a layering weight cardstock, and there's 4 different colors in here: chalice silver, white silver, champagne pearl, and white gold. And they do look really pretty iridescent colors. So I do have a few ideas for this for mostly wedding cards, but this will be after we get back from our trip. So so there we go on Hallmark Scrapbook, and these were $5.59, which is a really good price for this. Oh, and there's one more thing. And I grabbed just another ink cube just to fill in some holes, the Delicata Emerald Green. I love these. These have been great for not only stamping, but I've been smooshing them out and mixing them with a little bit of water and just flicking them, dipping a paintbrush in, and flicking them to make different sparkly splatters on different pieces. So the green one was out of stock when I months ago when I first started collecting these, and I still can't find anywhere other than Simon Says Stamp the small cube for the pink one. So I'll keep my eye out. I only order from Simon Says Stamp every, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 times a year, just because I never seem to find the good prices and the deals on Simon Says Stamp. But next time I place an order, if I can't find the cube anywhere, I'll grab that too. I don't use it enough. I don't use them enough to justify the full ink pad. So the next haul that I have to show you guys is scrapbook.com, which is another one that I don't order from a ton. But when I do, I kind of stock up on everything that I wanted to stock up on. They were doing a sale for a certain percentage off of stuff. So I swooped in and got that. Now, as you guys know, my husband's oldest son and his wife are expecting twins. So I had this idea to make for them their first baby scrapbook or whatever. So Kyle and his wife love to play Dungeons and Dragons. They're like, that's like their thing. So I had this idea to make, for the outside of the album, take some chipboard and cut it into dragon scales and kind of just glue it all onto the album cover. And then I think her name is Tiffany Celerio, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right or if that's even her right name, work with black gesso and this art alchemy wax where she kind of made it look really cool, the stuff she was doing. So I was thinking, oh, that kind of looks like dragon scales. So I grabbed some black gesso and the art alchemy wax to try to work with that. I've never worked with either one of these products. I will obviously experiment on this before trying to pull together the whole thing. And I grabbed the turquoise satin color in this. So if I can pull it off, it should look pretty cool. A really neat, unique sort of baby book idea for them. A little bit out of my comfort zone, but I figured I would give it a shot. They weren't that expensive. I think the gesso was around, there's no prices on my packets up here, but I think it was around $12 or $13, and this was maybe $5 or $6, the art alchemy wax. I'll give it a whirl. We'll see. So also we hauled the dies a few minutes ago. This is where I got the Sunny Studio stamp set, the breakfast puns, which I think this was like their January release, and it's been on my wish list since then. And finally just snagged it. So I'm super excited to have this. This is a lot of fun. I showed my husband last night and he was just laughing. So I think he's going to like it too. And while I was there, I grabbed, I'm still on the hunt for the perfect double-sided tape. Whenever I see different brands pop up, I give them a shot. And this obviously I ordered after the Hallmark scrapbook, the scrapbook pal order when I ordered the other tape. So I grabbed a couple of rolls of this Lucky Dip double-sided tape to just give it a shot. 1/4 inch. It looks like it's going to be fine. Obviously it was inexpensive. And I happened to notice that brand new to scrapbook.com now, they have their own branded double-sided tape. So I thought that I would give that a shot. I grabbed it in 1/8 of an inch and 1/4 inch. I will let you guys know how it works out. So far, I saw, after I bought this, I saw an advertisement from scrapbook.com, this tape pop up on my Facebook feed, because you know how everybody spies on you and stuff just magically appears on your Facebook feed, just coincidentally if you happen to mention it, because all of our phones are listening to us. And there were some comments underneath saying that people have got this, they've tried it, and they're very pleased. So I'm excited to try this, but so far, I don't know if you can see, I may have to find a darker color piece of paper. Some of the tape seems pretty loose on the roll. And in my experience with some of these generics, when they're not tightly wound on the roll, like on this one, you can see they're not that great. So we'll see. I will let you guys know how that works out, but I got that to try. I go through a lot of tape, so that's why I'm hauling the tape all the time. This will all get used up. Even the really, really crappy tape, I end up using up just because I don't like waste. So that was all I got from scrapbook.com. And let's see. So I think that's pretty much it for actual hauls, but the last things that I have to show off for you guys are just more things that came in from, I told you guys last week that I've been shopping from other people's Destashes. even though I shouldn't be. But I don't have it in front of me, but I got pretty good prices on these things, so I'm not too concerned. I grabbed the, and again, this is secondhand, the stamps for Sweet Christmas, which is one that I meant to get last year, and I never got around to doing it. And of course, I'm going to have to get the dies now, so that's already on my wish list. Very cute. And also secondhand are the dies for Monster Mash. And now the stamps for Monster Mash are on my wish list. They're very cute. Obviously, I looked it up before. I didn't just like blindly buy the dies. I made sure that it was a stamp set that I actually wanted. I do have somewhere, it's not in front of me, but I do have the, oh yeah, it's not in front of me, but it's behind me. I do have the master list of, that I print out from the Lawn Fawn website, which has the list of all their stamps and stuff. And I'll highlight the ones that I want, so I know to collect them, and that was already on it. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. I don't remember how much it was, but very, very inexpensive, even for used stamps. So I thought that was a pretty lucky find. And then other Destash stuff is in this envelope here. I should have organized a little bit better. And these are all things that were on my wish list that I didn't have before. Some of these are new, some of them are used. And again, very, very good prices. Destash is just stuff that other people doesn't want. So perfect. We've got, and already on my wish list, these are all stamps that came from this particular person. All the dies are already on my wish list, so I'll be keeping an eye out for good prices on that. I don't consider it to be a priority, so it's not like I'm going to run out and buy all the dies for these, but I'll keep an eye out, and if I see a good price on them, I'll pick them up. We've got Home for the Holidays, Smart Cookie. This one I might actually buy the dies for because I'm starting to make graduation cards now. Excuse me, Cutie Pie. And this that I love, Jump for Joy. This was another one that I missed out on because it was sold out and then it was too late to snag it. But I'm really excited. Obviously, this is a secondhand set, but I saw somebody make a shaker card with this, and I thought it would be so perfect because I make little leaf punches for the fall, and I thought filling a shaker with those, it would have looked so nice. We've got Frosty Fairy Friends, and then we've got Fairy Friends, of course, and this is not one that I was super interested in. It's cute enough, but my daughter really was excited about these, so of course. And now that they're here and in my hand, I'm starting to see a lot of different possibilities. And even like with this Frosty Fairy Friends one, there's no snow or anything on the little house, so you could still kind of use it interchangeably with the other set. And just these little ones are in scarves and earmuffs, basically. And it does come with the little secondary snow pieces, but obviously we need the dies for those. This one, I'm on the fence about. It came in a lot, so it came with everything else, so I'm not sure if this one is going to be for me or not, but it's the Gleeful Gardens set. So, obviously, if you see this in my D-stash next month, you'll know that I decided not to keep it, but for now it's in my keep. And then we've got Snow Day, and this is obviously a very heavily used set that's starting to yellow. However, everything is still lush and pliable, and it's good enough for me. So I'm excited about that. And look at all the little buns. So cute. So, and then she sent me, I think just as a thank you, she got the little thank you stamp that she got from Lawn Fawn when she purchased the little Gracias stamp. Just cute. So I might put that in a giveaway because I don't think that I need it. But anyway, so that is my assorted hauls from a while that I've just been collecting that I need to put away. And D-stash stuff, which is really cool. I don't have it in front of me because I didn't think to bring it up, but I do have a nice pile of Lawn Fawn stuff that I've already pulled out. I'm about halfway done going through my Lawn Fawn bin, so we'll see. I might be pulling more stuff out to sell in my next D-stash, so definitely be looking for Lawn Fawn. Then what did I do with it? I actually just saw it this morning. I had a little box with Lawn Fawn that I was going to D-stash. Oh gosh, what did I do with it? Whatever. Okay. So that's what I got. I've made a huge mess now pulling all of this stuff out. I will, I need to clean, and I'm going to put on some YouTube and get caught up with some of my shows that I've been missing yesterday because I was busy with my family. that is what I have. I hope that you guys have a really nice day, and I will check in with you again later. Hopefully later this week, but if not, sometime this weekend or whenever. Take care. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.